In the name of Allah, most merciful, most compassionate. Dear students, how are you? This is Hazm Rashwan, and here we are again to complete our course Traveler 2 on the student book page 51 and on the workbook page 42. Today's lesson is a piece of grammar. It's the reported question, reported command, and reported request. Before we start our lesson, we have here the steps how to report a question, right? So if we have a question like this, why did he come back, and you'd like to report it to someone else, to another one, you have to use the steps we will mention in our lesson. If you didn't watch the previous video how to report the statement, okay, you have to watch it before watching this video. You have to watch the previous video about how to report a statement. Today we have how to report a question. The first step we have in order to report a question is the reporting verb. So the reporting verb is the phrase which we start with like this, right? First of all, we usually use ask. So we use ask like this. So when we say ask Tom here in the direct question, okay, when we report it, we say Tom asked. So the first step is to use the reporting verb, and the reporting verb for the reported question, okay, is ask. We have here, why did he come back? Ask Tom. So we start like this: Tom asked me, or Tom asked why he had come back, right? The next step is to remove the quotation marks, the inverted commas, and then you remove the question mark. We have here the inverted commas or the quotation marks. We have to remove them, and we have to remove as well the question mark. Note that we don't have any quotation marks here. We don't have any question mark, right? This is the second step. The third step, if we have a WH question like this, what, when, where, how, and so on, we start the reported question with the same question word. So we have what here, and note that we use what here as well in the reported question. So the question, the direct question, what are you doing? Ali asked. So we say Ali asked me, or Ali asked what I was doing. So we use the same question word: what, when, where, how, and so on, right? Whereas if we have a yes no question like this, like did, does, is, was, where, will, can, any yes no question, right? We start the reported question with if or whether, so we can choose any one of them to use, okay, after the reporting verb. So we have a question, a direct question like this: did you enjoy the match? Asked Adam. So we say Adam asked me if or whether. You have to choose just one of them, right? I had enjoyed dinner. So we use here what? We use if or whether instead of what? Of did, because we have a yes no question. But if we have a WH question like this, we use the same question word, right? But yes no question, why do we call it yes no question? Because we answer it with yes or no. Did you enjoy the match? Yes or no. So we replace did with if or whether, just one of them, right? To the fifth step, in the reported question, follow the word order of the affirmative sentence. Note that here we have in the direct question, what is Adam doing? This is present continuous. Brian asked. So we say Brian asked what Adam was doing. Note that we started with the subject, then the helping verb was, then the main verb. This is the right order of the affirmative sentence. But here in the question, we started with is at first, then the subject, right? Whereas in the reported sentence, we start like this. We start with the subject. So is Adam, but here Adam was, right? Note that we change is into was, right? So we start here in the reported sentence, we start with the reported question, we start with the subject Adam, then we put was, right? So Adam was doing. This is the form of affirmative sentence. But here in the question, we change it into the form of the reported, and the form of the affirmative sentence, right? Step number 6, we have to change the tenses, right? So this is why I asked you at the beginning of our video to watch the previous video about how to report a statement. We changed the tenses like what we did in the reported statement. We changed the present into past, present simple into past simple, present continuous into past continuous, and so on. We change the pronouns according to the meaning, according to the speaker and the addressee, right? We change I into he or she, and so on. We change the possessive pronouns, and so on. We change adverbs of time and place, right? Like yesterday, tomorrow, next week, and so on. We change demonstratives like this into that, these into those, and so on, right? Here we have how to report the command and the request. Command means an order, like when I tell you, right, open the door, stand up, okay, turn on the AC, this is the command, right? I don't use please here, right? But when I say open the window, please, stand up, please, this is a request. So we use please. We always use please for the requests, right? So they are similar. Both of them we use we start with the imperative. We start with the verb open, go, turn, and so on. So we start with an imperative, or negative imperative like don't open, don't go. This is for the command and the request. Here we have the steps how to turn or change the command and request into reported command and reported request. First of all, we usually use tell as a reporting verb for commands. So if we have a command, we use tell. For example, open the door, said Ali. So we say Ali, okay, told me, right? So we say Ali told me because it's a command. We start with the verb here and we don't have please. So we say Ali told me to open the door, right? But if it is a request, so we have a please here, right? Not what we have here, we have please. So this is what we call request. We use reporting verb ask. So if we have please, we use ask. If we don't have please, we say, or we use, told, right? So we usually use ask as a reporting verb for requests. Don't forget to remove please, right? Don't open the door, please, Ali said. So we say Ali asked me not to open the door. Not that we removed, right? We removed please, right? And we use not to here, and we will talk about this later, right? But the most important point here is that we used asked, right? So told for commands and asked for requests. Asked when we have please and told when we don't have please, right? Now to the next step. The next step, we remove quotation marks and inverted commas, okay? This is the same like the reported question and the reported statement. We remove the inverted commas and or the inverted the quotation marks or the inverted commas, right? The imperative, it changes to full infinitive, to plus infinitive. When I say tell, we change it into to tell. Open the door, to open the door. Go to go to. Turn on, to turn on, right? Turn off, to turn off. Stand up, to stand up. So we change the imperative, right, to plus infinitive, to tell, right? But if we have a negative one, we change it into not to. Don't turn, not to turn. Don't go, not to go. Don't play, not to play. So we change, if we have don't, we change it into not to. If we don't have don't, we use to plus infinitive, right? The fourth step, we change pronouns according to the meaning. We change the pronouns, the subject pronouns, the object pronouns, the possessive pronouns, and so on. We change adverbs of time and place, right? And we change demonstratives as well. The same like in reported question and reported Smith. Not that we don't have here to change tenses, because in this form we have only the imperative, we have only till, we don't have present simple or present continuous or past simple and so on. We have only the base form, we have only the infinitive. Okay, affirmative or negative, tell, don't turn, go, don't go, play, don't play, and so on. So we don't have tenses here, right? This is for the how to change the reported command, how to change the direct or the command and request into reported ones, right? Now let's go to our lesson. We have here the explanation of what we said, right? We use what to report commands. We use, that's very good, tell, as we said. And the verb what to report requests, we use ask. That's very good. Don't change to not to, as we said, right? We have here how to use the full infinitive and so on. Now to the practice on page 51 on the Student Book. What are you eating? Jeremy asked. So Jeremy asked me. Okay, that's very good. What, we use what here, or we replace it with F? We use the same WH question, or we replace it with F? That's very good. We use the same WH question or question word. What here? No change. And we change are you into you are. Then we change you into I and are into was. Again, we change are you into you are, right? That's very good. This is the first step. Then we change you into I, right? Then we change are, the present simple, into past simple, was, right? So we say what I was eating. That's very good. And we remove the quotation marks and the question mark. That's very good. So this is the final sentence or reported one. Please let me borrow your jacket. Please let me borrow your jacket. That's very good. First of all, we remove please, as we said, and then we have let here. We started our sentence with let, so we say not to let or to let. To let, very good. We change me into her. That's very good, because we are talking about face it to her sister, right? And we change your into her as well. So to let her borrow her jacket. That's very good. So this is the sentence. Here we have a stop right there. Stop right there. We have here the imperative. We have a verb here. So we use what here before stop? To stop. Very good. To stop right there. The police officer said to the man. So the police officer told the man to stop right there. That's very good. Do you need any help? My father asked. So my father asked me, right? We change do into what? Into F or whether. That's very good. So F, that's very good. This is the first change. And then we change you into I. That's very good. So we change you into I. And we change the present simple need into past simple needed. That's very good. So if I needed any help. That's very good. Don't open the window, Hussein said to the children. We have here don't. We change don't into not to. Very good. Not to open that window. That's very good. Why did you come back so soon? Ted asked me. So Ted asked why. We say what we start with Ted asked me, right? Why? We change why? No, we don't change why. So we say Ted asked me why. Did you come? We remove did. Then we say we have here past simple, and we change the past simple into past perfect. Very good. We change you into I, and come here it's past simple because we have did. So we change did come or came into had come. Very good. So I had come. We change the past simple into past perfect. So again, we start with Y, then we remove that, we change you into I, then we put the past simple into past perfect. Past perfect is had plus verb 3. So had come, come, came, come. That's very good. This is the final sentence. Now to the workbook. We have here on the workbook on page 42, right? Yeah, this exercise. Mona asked her daughter the house for her. The house for her. Which one is correct here? To clean, clean. If she clean, which one is right? Can we use this one? If she clean. We don't have a reported sentence, statement, or question, or anyone with present simple. It's not correct. Present simple as well here. But to clean is the imperative one, is the request. That's very good. So we use to clean. This is the right one. Jack asked the lifeguard to swim that day. To swim that day. Which one is correct? Whether it is safe. Can we choose this one with present simple? No. Was it safe? Is the order right here? Was it safe or it was safe? It's not correct because we start with was here, right? It's not correct. But if it was, this is the right order of the reported one. If it was, so we start with the subject, then the verb. That's very good. If it was. So this one is the right answer. Number 3. Ted told his brother his computer to download information. Which one is correct here? Okay. To not use, or not to use, or don't use. If we have a negative request, we have, or command, sorry, we have to use not to or to not. So this one is not correct because we have to not here, but the right one is not to. We can't use don't, right? Brian asked the secretary, the emails the previous day. So which one is correct here? If he hadn't sent, why he hadn't sent, why hadn't he sent? Which one is the correct one? Why he hadn't sent. That's very good. Ian asked Mark to the lecture the previous day whether he goes, if he goes, whether he had gone. So which one is the right answer? Goes, the present simple. Can we use the present simple in the reported one? Can we use the present simple as well here? Goes, or he had gone. That's very good. The right answer is he had gone. The reporter asked the artist to become famous. So which one is right? What he had to give up, if he had to give up, what he had to give up. The right answer is C, right? That's very good. So this is the end of our video today, our lesson. Till the next video, have a nice time, and don't forget to go to the site, to revise or to answer the electronic homework. See you and goodbye.